What's up, guys? 2014, our very first show, shooting out of Team CIT in Hatfield. My name is Wes.
I'm the Rage.
Welcome to CageSide. Guys, 2013, what a year. One of the biggest years in MMA in South Africa ever. The heavyweight title changing hands twice. The lightweight title changing hands twice. And then again, the welterweight title. That curse continued. Still not being able to be defended. Of course, Dino Baggington beating Michiel Opperman. What the hell, 2013. We've had so many controversies, but we've had so many amazing, amazing matches.
Probably, in my opinion, the biggest year MMA has seen, not just locally, internationally. We had crazy things happening. The kingpin of them all, the greatest fighter of them all, losing twice in 2013, Anderson Silva. Then that second loss with that leg shatter, something that I've only ever seen 2 or 3 times in all of combat sport. GSP just packing up and walking away. Now some stuff surfacing about doping being the reason for his walk and the leniency towards fighters using PEDs and things like that. It's just been an up and down year throughout. Is Johnny Hendricks internationally the best welterweight around? Is he not? Can Dino defend his belt this year? There's so many things that I'm... Ruan's got his belt back.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of stars rising, but a lot of stars falling.
Soldier Boy's got his belt back. JP Joubert walking away from the sport. It's been a crazy, crazy year, and I don't see 2014 slowing down.
Well, I got to tell you, EFC Africa 27, what a fight card. The return of the legend, Darren Daniels, up against possibly the most exciting resurgent middleweight at this point in time. We have Donovan Hawkey coming back. We know that this man has devastating ground and pound, devastating stand-up, devastating submissions. What is going to happen in this fight?
This is an interesting one. We spoke about this in our last show. You have the speed, the superior striking that comes along with DDs, but you have the boxing, you have that raw power, and we're going to be putting 2 of the pioneers of the sport in a cage. We're going to be telling them to go at each other, and come hell or high water, I think we're going to see fireworks. This is going to be one of the big fights.
Definitely.
I'll put my name out there right now saying when we do our end of the year show looking back at 2014, this bad boy will be part of the running for fight of the year.
For sure, man. Another big fight that is going to be on that card is, of course, Leon Mynhardt versus Fred Naumann. My man Rage caught up with Leon Mynhardt. Let's have a look at that interview.
In 2014, Africa's greatest warriors return. The lightweight champion, Leon Mynhardt, takes on the undefeated Frederick Naumann.
EFC Africa lightweight champion! Nice landing shots. Oh, dropped him!
And the inaugural bantamweight title fight sees Nkazimulu Zulu go to war with fellow teammate Charlie Veer.
Oh, it's all over! Oh my goodness me! Wow! Out of nowhere, Zulu boy, the head kick. Charlie, silky smooth Veer!
Plus, the fight that's been 4 years in the making sees the MMA superstar Darren Daniel finally settle the score with MMA veteran Donovan Hawkey.
Darren Double D Daniel gets the win. Striking, just wailing away with that right hand. How is Ahana standing?
EFC Africa 27 February, Carnival City. Tickets and broadcast information at efcafrica.com.
Leon, bye-bye, dankie vir die tyd. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming out. Want to jump straight into a bit of history here. That Don Madge fight, you want to give me your feel on that? What happened there? What went down there? How do you see that fight going?
Well, like they made a big boost about all the takedowns that he scored, but in my eyes he didn't score that much takedowns because I turned him over pretty much and I landed on top most of the time.
Landed all the reversals, I mean it's 1-1 on the scorecards, yeah.
So it makes it 1-1.
You confident in your heart going forward that you won that fight, no doubt?
Of course, yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Perfect stuff, man. You want to give the fans a bit of a rundown as to where does Leon Mynhardt come from? What is the background? How did you transition into MMA? Those kind of things.
Well, I started like 15 years ago with just kickboxing, normal light contact kickboxing. I didn't like that much because of the fact you can't punch someone in the face. And then I went straight to full contact, started doing full contact, and I didn't do that good because I didn't know how to focus and fight. Like my coach that time, said, he encouraged me to train more. He can pick me up from home every day, and like I won a fight in 14 seconds, and by knockout, and like that gave me a bit of an eye opener. And I said to myself, I can really do this, so I went for it. And then I stayed there for about 7 years, and then like 7.5 years ago, I moved to Pretoria. So I was already pro in K1 by that time. I had 4 SA titles, and when they approached me and said, well, they were sponsoring at the time, and we started doing K1 here and carried on, and K1 went pretty much dead in South Africa, so like we changed over to MMA, and like I trained wrestling, and I lost my first fight, like some people will know, by a rear naked choke, and we approached the tiller then and like asked him to help us out with grappling, and that's what we went for.
And now you hear something that we didn't discuss before the time. Has it sunk in? Have you, after all these years and all these fights, and you've come such a long way, has it sunk in that you, sir, are officially the best lightweight fighter on the continent?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm the best yet. There's still guys out there that's coming up.
You're the champ, my man. You're the champ.
Yeah, but like you can be the champ, but not to say you're the best. It's like every day is an opportunity to get better, and I believe I can still get better, and like.
That's what we mentioned when we interviewed Michiel as well. Such a humble bunch of fighters, you guys from CIT. It's the man's the champ, and he's going around saying that there's still fighters out there that's better. Love it. You've had some of the biggest, most memorable fights in EFC, some wars, fight of the nights. Which one sticks out for Leon Mynhardt? Which is the one you remember?
Well, there's a lot, bro. There's not just one that stands out. I've had a lot of memorable fights. I can't put them all in my hand. But if I had to pick one out in my MMA career, it'll be the fight with Don Madge, where he cut me up, and then like I had to say to myself,
the first Don Madge fight.
The first fight, yeah. That wasn't bad for me at all because like I was never scared. If I see blood or anything, my coach told me, or they told me it's just a small cut.
You can't tell a fighter.
I couldn't see it.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, okay, cool, let's go, let's do it.
No, great, man.
So I'd say.
We mentioned that we today we out here by CIT's new facility, nearly done. You guys here from CIT is quite a big camp of really top level athletes. Does that how does that play a role in your training and your motivation? Does it really boost you to know that you're training with some of the best guys out there, and you always constantly have to be upping your game to stay with these athletes?
Yeah, definitely. Like the athletes we train with, like Michiel and Dricus is pretty young. He's new in the sport, and he's learning fast because he's training with
high
us.
level,
That's had some experience in fights. So he's becoming better. Then like he pulls us, we pull him. And from our history, like there was guys like Jackson who passed away. He was a big champion in UK for a while in kickboxing. So it like comes a long way. And like we like to keep that standard high.
Talking about that standard, take us through a typical day at CIT or a typical day in Leon Mynhardt's life. What does it entail? How do we train? Where do we train? When do we train?
Okay, well, like for myself, I don't have a set program. I'll have hard days and low days and like active rest days. So like I do like all sorts of training, not specific training, but like I can say like 3 or 4 times a week I train 3 times, and then the rest I train twice. So it's like I do conditioning training in the morning, I can say that, some swimming, and then like in the afternoons we train in our gym, we used to in our old gym, because we didn't train there in the morning much, only when Attila came twice a week. But I think here in the new place we'll have more equipment, and so it'll be easier to train here
Yeah, it's a lovely
twice
facility.
a day
Yeah.
or 3 times a day.
No, that's going to be great.
That's
Man.
our aim to do it that way.
You're obviously in preparation to defend your belt, fighting Fred Nauman. He's gone out there publicly and made it very clear that he plans on ending you in the second. What's your take on that? What's your feel on that? Where
Well,
do you?
like, I've been fighting for a long time, and I've learned that any fighter can say or do anything. I've had guys that talk to me in the fight, during the fight, telling me that I'm weak, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I'm very headstrong. Nothing like that anyone says can stop me what I want to do. I've got my goal, and I'm going to do my goal.
Having known you for a while, I suppose the message is going to be short, but is there any return message for Fred? Is there any plans for this particular fight?
Yeah, just to train. You must train.
You better be training. Great stuff, man. I quickly want to ask you a more outside of the cage type of question, but for any of the youngsters out there, the kids out there looking to get involved in the sport, what would be your advice? How do you go from being a kid out there kicking a ball on a soccer field to becoming a champion fighter?
Well, like for kids, like the first thing is that they mustn't see the sport as to do the wrong things, to learn how to do the techniques and use them on their friends outside the gym or outside the cage. And like think about it like as a stepping stone that's going to make you a better person in life, and like it's going to get you somewhere. You're going to be making money one day if you fight pro. Like the sport has grown so much, it's like we can put it like right next to rugby and soccer.
No, definitely. It takes the same level of dedication and input that
So for
you have
kids
to.
nowadays, it's a very good thing to start. Teaches them discipline, self-control. You know, if you fight in the gym, you get humbled. If you grapple someone, you get humbled every day.
Definitely.
And if you spar, you get humbled. So it makes you a humble person outside the gym or outside the cage.
No, for sure. You obviously have a huge following that's accumulated over the years. You have a huge fan base and a support structure. Anybody out there that you'd like to single out, that you'd like to thank, sponsors or support structures out there?
Yeah, okay, firstly I want to thank God. He's brought me, I believe in him, so like whatever I do, I pray and then like I get things right through that. And secondly is Monet, he's helped me a lot, you know, from being nothing to where I am today. And then just sponsors like Bad Boy and Biogen, and I've got some new sponsors, Riders Eyewear and Kalkin Water, and some new guys are coming in. I want to thank Erif, he's been supporting me a lot. Yeah, it's about it.
Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Best of luck, 27th February. Defend your belt there. Guys, get your tickets. Get to Carnival City. Check this man out defending his belt on the 27th. Thank you very much, Leon. Cool. Appreciate Great catching up with the champ. Look forward to that fight, man. That's really going to be a cracker, hey? For sure. We also had the pleasure of catching up with Tumelo at CIT. My man Wes here did an interview. Check it out, guys.
Ready? Guys, I'm here with light heavyweight contender Tumelo Maphuto. Tumelo, thank you so much for taking some time out of your damn busy schedule. Tumelo, of course, facing Fraser Opie, light heavyweight division. This could put you into contendership. Please tell us about yourself. Where did you start with your MMA? How's your training been for this fight? And what do you have in store for our friend from the UK?
Well, basically I'm a stand-up fighter. And I've been going, training some ground game a little bit. So I've been actually training twice as hard as I trained as before. So you're going to see a fight this game.
Yeah, awesome. Now, Tumelo, you have been on the wrong end of some of the most controversial decisions in UFC. Of course, you were pummeling JP Kruger before he slapped that armbar onto you. You really beat up Gareth McClellan very badly. A lot of people feel that you actually won that fight. What do you do for motivation after something like this happens? You know, when you as a fighter feel that you've done enough, but the judges do not see it the same way.
Truly speaking, all of those fights, I don't feel that bad. They actually motivate me more to fight, because this is a fight. In a fight, there must be a winner and there must be a loser at the end of the day. But this year there won't be any next time.
All right, so we're saying 2014 is your year.
This year's my year.
All right, after Fraser Opie, we've all heard that Chef is coming back. Who else next to Fraser would you like to face? Obviously, Gideon Drotsky or whoever will be the champion later on in this year. Is there anybody on your radar who you look forward to getting into the ring with?
Let me be honest with you guys. Whoever's gonna stand in front of me, I'm gonna crush it. As you know, all you guys, I'm a truck. I'm gonna crush all you guys. So, well, let's see if I like heavyweight. Obviously, I'm gonna knock them out. I'm gonna take the title. This is my belt. This is my year. I'm doing this.
Awesome stuff. I think that was a message for all of your fans, and that actually that answers my next question. What your message would be for Fraser Opie? Obviously he is training very hard. He's got a couple of championship belts in the UK. Is there anything specifically that he needs to watch out for when he gets in the cage with you on the 27th of Feb?
Nothing much. I'm gonna just only say one thing: expect unexpected.
Awesome. You obviously have a massive support structure. You train out of Team CIT in Hatfield. New facility, you guys are still building it. It's almost finished. It looks badass, really, really gritty like you guys are. Is there any sponsors or anybody that you would like to thank for being on your road?
Well, I'd like to sponsor my the bad boy, Team CIT. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. All right, guys, Tumelo Maphuto versus Fraser Opie, 27th of February, Carnival City. Make sure you get your tickets, my man. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you in the ring. Awesome. Right, guys, thank you very, very, very much to Tumelo Maphuto, taking time out of his camp as well, having a chat with us. Then, EFC Africa 27, the first major event of 2014. Damn, what a fight card.
This is an intense fight card. We have the inaugural bantamweight title fight happening. We obviously have Leon up against Fred, that's just been on an absolute tear through that lightweight division. Thinking way back, I remember when me and Fred were fighting on some cards in small places, Nelspruit and wherever. I remember him always saying that he's going to go after that belt, and his time's come. It's happened. He has his opportunity. He is, however, squaring off with one of the toughest fighters, one of the pioneers of the sport. Leon's been around a very long time. He's had some wars. I don't know, man. We've seen some flashy striking by Fred. I don't know about whether his game plan should involve trying to take Leon on in the striking environment.
I don't think so.
Off his back, I think he's got to fight off his back.
Off his back, Fred definitely has a better opportunity. But what people need to keep in mind as well is Leon has been going to grappling tournaments and he's been winning these grappling tournaments.
By no measure am I saying that take Leon down and the fight is done. I'm saying your best plan, in my opinion, would probably be to try and out-wrestle him, out-fight him on the ground. Because in the stand-up environment, he's just been tried and tested so much. I haven't seen anything that makes me think that we're going to be seeing the title change hands on a Leon being knocked out.
You will never knock out Leon Mynhardt, plain and simple.
So yeah, I think that's a fight that you cannot miss. I'm glad it's the main event, not like a co-main. It's really a main event worthy fight. And then of course the bantamweight belt that I spoke about.
Zulu up against Charlie Bayer. Charlie Bayer, of course, also being one of the guys that's been involved for such a long time. Charlie Bayer in 2007, if I recall correctly, had the fastest professional knockout in boxing history.
That's it.
He's a very, very, very capable person. Zulu, on the other hand, man, he is exciting.
Zulu Boy is something special. That kid has a natural talent that you just can't train. You can't breed it into somebody. It just happens. Those kicks are fast. They are deadly. I don't think any of the fans out there need to be worried too much about seeing a massive ground fight take place here. I think we're going to see two guys throw leather and go at each other. My call's probably a stoppage third round Zulu Boy for the win.
Yeah.
But hey, Charlie's been in camp a long time now. He's been preparing for this some time, so you never know. It's MMA. We'll see on the night what happens, but I think Zulu Boy for the win.
Yeah, definitely. Look, it's going to be one of those matches that's going to be an absolute classic. You know, these guys have got cardio tanks that can go on forever. Then, probably the fight that I'm looking forward to the most is the light heavyweights. Fraser Opie, Tumelo Maphuto. Fraser, of course, losing that bout against Gideon Drotsky. Gideon Drotsky, rightfully the light heavyweight champion. I know a lot of people are giving him stick, saying he's not the rightful champion. As far as I'm concerned, he has the belt. He won that belt.
It was an interim belt, and the champ, JP Uber, decided to vacate his belt and depart from the sport, which left which left Drotsky with the interim belt, in my opinion. But he has subsequently went and gone and defended his belt.
Yeah.
That to me makes him the champ. I don't know what all the hustle and bustle is about. It's just a lot of talk. But Fraser coming off that fight, immediately getting back into the mix, but getting back into the mix with the truck.
I mean, just think about that, eh? Being hit with having Gareth McClellan, I got to tell you, that is by far the luckiest fight he's ever had in his life. JP Kruger, the luckiest escape he has ever had in his life. Tumelo has been on the receiving end of some of the worst decisions in EFC history. Everybody agrees on that. I can tell you now, this fight is going to be something that we're going to sit back after this has happened and we're going to go, what the hell has just transpired in that cage?
The thing is, I don't think Fraser OP is arrogant enough to go into this and say, hey, let's go and strike with this man. I really think that the game plan that he's training is close that distance, avoid the kicks, put him on his back and try and out-grind him, try and out-wrestle him. I think that'll be Fraser's plan. We've seen him over the last two fights that's what he likes, that's what he does. On the other hand, he's so aggressive that you never know what to expect. He may come out there and aggression may take over and we may see a slugfest. My call would be knockout second round for Tumelo.
Maphuto,
Definitely. I think the speed advantage fighting a weight division up is going to be in his favor. I definitely think on his camp side they're surely aware of the shoots, they're aware of the wrestling, they'll be training to get up from those scenarios. And then I predict a knockout. The speed coupled with Tumelo's power, I think is going to be too much for OP. And that begs the question, where does that leave OP? Coming off a title shot, then losing his next. But also, where does that leave Tumelo? Does he get a crack at Fido on then next?
Yeah, well, definitely. I think that would only be fair.
That's my feel. Maybe EFC may decide to throw him at one more line heavy because he's fighting weight division up. But like he said in the interview, he's coming for them. He's going to crush whoever they put in front of him. So that's going to be an exciting one, yeah.
Yeah, man. Guys, EFC Africa 27th of February, Carnival City. Make sure you get your tickets. Let's head into our special with our newly dubbed Italian stallion, MMA Essentials with Gianluca.
Hey guys, welcome to MMA Essentials. Today we're going to be talking about probably one of the most important pieces of equipment in your bag. We're going to be talking about your gloves. Guys, basically there's just, not too much in terms of complications for what kind of gloves. It's also very much a question of preference, also a bit of functionality as well. If you're looking to do things like heavy bag work and if you're looking to develop a little bit of speed and a bit of power in your arms, you can look to go with a slightly heavier glove like a 14 or a 16 ounce. Also great for sparring when you want to turn it up a notch and not really knock your opponent out or really hurt too bad. Go with a heavier alternative. Your other alternative is a slightly smaller gloves, looking at your 8s, 10s, 12s, which are also great for bag work and things like that. Try and find a glove that is suitable to your size, also that fits nice and snug for your hands. Try and spend a little bit of money. These are really important. Try and buy a decent piece of equipment so that you don't have to go and replace them every now and then, because the wear and tear that you can place on your gloves can be quite heavy. So just always look to try and buy as best as what you can afford in terms of your equipment, especially when it comes to gloves. Also, sharing gloves is not ideal just in terms of the smell and everything like that. You always want to try and have your own gloves if possible. So yeah, guys, just weigh up the alternatives, see what's going to suit your fighting style and see what's going to suit your training style as well. And if you can afford to have 2 pairs of gloves as well, that's also great. Get a heavier pair and a lighter pair, and then you have the best of both worlds, I guess. Most guys normally prefer to go for about a 12-ounce glove, which kind of meets in the middle, and you can sort of vary that to whatever training you want to do. So just pick and choose and make sure you get what's right for you. Now we're just going to have a look and see how not to use gloves.
Vessel, get up. Hey Vessel, get up, bro. What are you doing on the ground? Dude.
Alright guys, thank you very much to the Stallion for doing a little bit of MMA Essentials. He's going to be back this year doing an episode every single time. Yeah, we want to say it like that. Guys, then there's going to be a couple of events coming up. Fight Star coming up in March. Probably one of my favorite events.
Probably one of the best amateur events around. There's a couple of them that really get it right, and that's one of them that's put up some of the greatest fights we've seen on the amateur circuit. I don't think they're going to be losing any steam in 2014.
Can only grow.
Definitely. Grant and them will be back. They'll be putting up a big fight card, great amateur names, and as we've mentioned a million times, that particular promotion being the feeding ground for so many.
How many pros have come out of that?
Fred Naumann, fighting for a title at EFC right now.
Yeah.
He came up through the ranks through Fight Stars. So catch that event, guys. Get some tickets and support it. It's the growing pool for the bigger stage.
Yeah, guys, please, if you have any information, any details about your events, please send it through to us. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. And remember, the most important thing about 2014, guys, let's grow MMA. Let's keep it positive. Steer away from the negativity. Criticizing is good, but criticize in the good way. Don't come out being negative. Let's be positive and grow MMA, plain and simple.
In the end of the day, if you have an opinion, put your opinion out there. That's fine, but criticizing is not needed. And there's so much negativity around our sport as a whole anyway. Let's all just pull together and make 2014 a positive year for the sport, man.
Yeah, man, plain and simple. Guys, thank you for watching our first show. I'm Wes.
I'm the Rage.
You just watched CageSide.